and they have the coordinates, right?
They do.
It's their
Yeah.
best selves doing what they've needed to do the whole time. And I
Yeah.
think, I mean, we're only 6 episodes in, so kind of looking ahead to episodes 7 and 8, there's obviously going to be some drama going on. We've got the pirates going their way. We've got the kids going theirs to Ad-Atten. They're both going to the same place. There's going to be some conflict there. So I think this show, we've talked about it a lot. We don't know where it's going, but we do, right? We know there's going to be a conflict between the two, but what over, right? It can't just be over this whole planet of money, because the kids just want to get home, and these pirates think they're going to go take over a whole planet, which is also not going to happen. Like, they cannot just show up and take over a whole planet that's, policed by robots. So what's going to give? I'm not really sure. I don't really care to like speculate over crazy things anymore, but we're going to have to learn something at some point.
Yeah. And I'm excited about where the pacing has us, because there's seemingly nothing in between both of these ships getting back to Ad-Atten.
Nope. We got 2 episodes of it.
So I feel like we get back pretty quick, and we have plenty of time to kind of hash this thing out on Ad-Atten, because there's still a lot left to do to answer the questions of who's in charge. Is there someone in charge? What are these people still doing there? What did whatever really happened to Captain Rennet, right? Did he die like 33 said he did, or
is he running
alive somewhere? Like, there's a lot of possibilities. And then what happens with the kids at the end of this? Because one of the things I mentioned to you is I can't imagine the kids are just like, all right, we're home now, and then they just go back to living on Ad-Atten, the hidden world of gold, right? Like, something's got to happen with this planet going forward. And so there's a lot to wrap up, but I feel confident, because thus far, everything all the mysteries, all the kind of plot points have led to really good surprises. One of the things I really like about the show is I don't feel like there's been anything that's just pointlessly there to create tension, or pointlessly there just to make you go, oh, wait, what just happened? Like, it's all just been very natural. And so
nothing wasted.
I have a lot of confidence in these next 2 episodes, just because this has been, it's been really good TV. So
got no reason to be not confident. Like, if you go back to the Acolyte, like with the episodes 3 and then episode 6 or 7, episode 3 and 7, it was like, oh my gosh, they have the momentum and they keep blowing it. And then you go to Ahsoka, and it's once they get to Peridia. Now, I love Ahsoka, but once they got there, it was kind of like, oh, okay, this is not shaping up very, very well, pacing wise, story wise, all those things. The Mandalorian season 3, I mean, my gosh, did they ever pick up momentum, right? Boba Fett steals all of Boba Fett's momentum and throws it to Mando. But this show, similar to Andor, we're drawing a lot of Andor comparisons now as far as the quality of the story. It just keeps moving forward, which is really fun to see.
Well, I think it's a benefit of being so isolated, right? Like, Andor obviously is connected to the rebellion. Like, that's a time period we know.
But it's
not connected
story
to any other shows. And it's the same thing here. Like, this isn't they're not even trying to really, thus far, fit this in with other characters.
Doesn't seem that way.
And storylines. And man, it's been so good just to have a story that's a story of its own. It doesn't feel like it has to connect to all this other stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love all those connecting pieces. I think they're fun. But ultimately, like, just, man, a fun story in Star Wars, like, is enough for me. Like, it doesn't always have to have a huge thing at the end that puts it back in line with everything else. Now,
I hope
they
it stays
connect it at the end. Oh God, water bottle. Do they connect it to the end? I don't know. I mean, honestly, a part of me kind of hopes that it doesn't have a big connecting piece.
I'm leaning that way too.
You got to have it somehow open for these kids to be able to leave, right? Maybe they don't stay on this planet. So there's that, but beyond that, I don't know. Like, I can see them wanting to connect it because there's so much out there going on, but at the same time, I'd be completely fine if it didn't.